interest, right?
Yeah, interest, yeah.
So when the interest rates, you study this, there's too much noise, it goes up and down, people withdraw.
Yeah.
But now because it's a debt-based system, when everything goes, there's nothing to withdraw.
Yeah.
There's nothing to even take back. That's when people gonna start going mad.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, risk, like they're only allowing the people to withdraw in a certain amount at a time. Okay? So you got 10 grand in your account, man, you can only withdraw 20 pounds. Now we need, if everybody withdraws the money at the same time, it's gonna be bad for the economy. And that's why ISO as well, man, is really pushing for this digital money system, man. Okay? Because everything now can be controlled. Is that what that one?
Just finish on that.
Okay, that was it. What else did you bring?
Yeah.
You got Amos 3 in. Bring a piece and then bring that.
So, Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
That time, man, that time period is so great that nothing will be like it, man. And the funny thing, I was gonna ask him to get Daniel's 12, and I was gonna ask you somebody else to bring the other one there. So
I've got Daniel's 12.
okay. Read that against the like the other, and then get Daniel's 12.
So, Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Okay, it's even the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Because when that time comes, man, nothing is gonna be like it, man. Okay? And this is why the Lord is saying, turn to him now. Use your trust and faith with the Lord now, man. Because that time, man, every slice of bread that you eat, man, a lot of you guys, you don't pray for your food. Every slice of bread that you eat, man, you're gonna give thanks, man. Because you're gonna feel what it's like to go a day or two without food. Okay? You're gonna feel what it's like, man, not to know how you're gonna eat tomorrow, man. Alright? You're gonna really feel it, man. Water, with the way it's so hot right now, easy. Brothers are drinking containers and containers of water. Soon that won't be there, man. It'll be peeping hot. You're thirsty, but there's nothing you can drink with, man. Okay? Drinking contaminated water. Okay, you go to the river, man, just to be seen dead. Those rivers, what's that river called, man?
River Thames?
The London one.
River Thames.
Is that what it's called? That river, man, you're gonna be seeing dead bodies floating in there, man. They show you that movie, War of the Worlds. You know, they went by the close to the river and all the you went to the toilet, right? To go and pee. Or the chick, the little girl. Yeah, she went to use the toilet and she looked in the river. It was nothing but bodies floating in the water, man.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be seeing that.
That's happening now, though. Yes, when the music came out.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
The father and daughter.
Mexico,
tried to
yeah.
cross over, and they're right at the edge.
Yeah.
Just in the water lane.
Yeah.
Dead.
Okay? So you're gonna be seeing those things, man. Okay? This is why the door is the time to change there's only one way you're gonna survive. There's only one way to guarantee that you're gonna eat in that time, man. Not even to guarantee, man, to hope. There's only one hope, let me say. Okay? Because just because you do this, man, it's not a guarantee, man. Because the Lord can cast you out last minute. You know, so every time you always hope, man. Always hope, man, that the Lord keeps you, man. Okay?
How much?
Daniel 12. And the Jacob that will be saved out of it, that's the elect, man. The ones that will come back, the ones that will put their trust in the Lord now, while everything is still peaceful.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
See, there shall be a time of trouble, man. So the Lord is telling you, Michael is going to stand up for the people. But which people is Michael going to stand up for, man? Okay? Is it everybody? Is it you last minute guys? Okay? When the famine of the world comes, man, you motherfuckers, now you've lost your jobs, you don't know how you're going to eat. Now you're looking for the prophets now, man. Alright? What brothers are sleeping? Look at the brother, you know, the feet are so standing there for hours, man. We're burning, man. The sun is out, man, but we're burning, man. It's not even a nice cool weather, but it's hot. We're drinking water, man, but it's not helping, man. Like, all because of our faith towards the Lord, man. In the hope that when the time comes, man, that He protects us, man.
Yeah.
Alright, what do you have? What do you have? Which one? We're gonna go that one last slide. Okay. Start from the 15 verse. I think almost 3 and the one has 14. And another person that we get. That is supposed to be. Okay. Almost 3. because it's not a joke, man. Like literally, man. Every day, man, you gotta fear that you gotta fear that you're not doing enough for the Lord to what's the scripture, man? That we might be accounted worthy to escape those things. Okay? And how can you be counted worthy to escape those things sitting on your couch, man? Just chilling, man, doing nothing. Or the Hebrew Israelites live stream is here, man. You put your feet up, man. You got your popcorn or whatever, man. You know, while everybody else is laboring, man, you're just at home, and that's embarrassing, man. You know, that's embarrassing to be a guy, man, that's doing that, man. I would feel ashamed of myself, man. Knowing every Saturday comes by, I'm not out there, man. Every Saturday. Come Friday, Saturday, brothers on the highway, and new videos come up of brothers that are laboring. Another Saturday comes up, new videos come up of brothers that are laboring. Okay.
Although they're watching, that proves that the Spirit's not dealing with them. Because, like, you can watch it, but then there comes a point where the Spirit keeps getting on you, like, nah, man, you gotta do more now.
Yeah.
But if they're just comfortable sitting there, that means the Lord, they're watching, but the Lord ain't really dealing with them anyway.
Yeah. And you can't really escape the rebuke of the Lord, because even when you're at home, man, you randomly click on the video that you just like, let me see what the brother is saying, and you'll find out the things that the brother is saying is talking about you, man. That's the Spirit rebuking you, man. I mean, that used to happen to me before I started coming down here. You know, it used to happen to me, man. I'll click on the video and the brother and the elders, the apostles, or different brothers, they are rebuking brothers that are not doing anything about it, man. And I have to get my shit together, man. And I'll fear, literally fear, man. My heart will be pounding. I'll have food there, man. I can't even eat my food, man.
It's like shaking and stuff.
Yeah, it's like shaking and everything. One time I was sitting with my sister, and she knows I'm into the Bible, but she does not really understand in what level or in what sense I'm into the Bible, man. But she'll make a statement like randomly from nowhere twice, man. You know all the things about the Bible, but you're not doing anything about it. She'll make that statement, and then she'll change topics. And then I'll look at her, and I will know straight away. I will know. She won't know, but I will know that that's the Spirit speaking through her, man. Because she said words that she does not understand what she said, man. She doesn't know what I know about the Bible. But that's what it's the Spirit, man. Make a move. Do something, man. Alright? And you know, hey man, you know, brothers, this thing that brothers are sacrificing, that, you know, people don't even know about, man. Brothers are cutting things off, jobs, friends, whatever, man, so they can come and do the work, man. You know? Eventually you gotta set yourself up in a way that you have to come and do the work, man. If your job does not allow you to do the work, man, you gotta find a way. Hey, live on a smaller budget, so you can get a different job, man. Okay, if your house is £1,000, get one for £500, man. So it's cheaper for you. So you don't have to work as hard anymore, man.
That's what the scripture says. I am from above and you're from beneath, man.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's a sacrifice, but when you're really kingdom, when your head's focused on the kingdom, you don't really care. Like you do what it takes, man. It may be hard, but you do what it takes to preach the word, man.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Because you know, because like my job, Saturday, man, that's the time to make money. Saturday, man, that's the time to make ridiculous money of it, man. You know. But Saturday, man, there's another job that I have to do, man. It's a sacrifice, man. You know, not to be boastful about it, man. It's just different sacrifices that present your bodies as a living sacrifice, man. You know. I'll get your precept real quick so that
This is Romans 12:1.
Oh, that's what he had.
I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice.
So you are the sacrifice, man. The things that you're losing is showing your faith, man. It's showing that I truly believe. You know, I'm gonna lose this year because I believe that's where it's at, man. That's where I need to be. At the end of the day, when all is lost, man, the word of the Lord is all that's gonna be left with, man. Okay, that's faith, man. All right, because you're there, man. You know, your foot is here in the world, and you cannot believe, man. That's lukewarm. And the Lord, somebody get the lukewarm scripture. Whoever can get it. Yeah.
That's like when you're Howard Shire, right? So like, the man wanted to follow the Lord, and then he said, first let me go and bury my father.
Oh,
let me go.
get that scripture. Get that
Yeah, let me go. Fine, let's get it.
Get that scripture. Take the scripture. All right. So this, this is the time to get your shit together, man. Because eventually, man, all is gonna be lost, man. The Lord is not lying, man. When He said everything, we're gonna lose all these things, man. Everything is gonna be burnt up. Because like you get the kind of jacked up, they got good credit, they got family, they got a wife, their kids, the kids are going to a private school, some shit. They got a nice job, 2 cars in their garage. They are listening to the Hebrew Israelites, but nah. I'm gonna follow that other group, the ones that because other Israelite groups, man, they teach you how to prosper even more in the world, man. All right. But that's still, man, that's unbalanced, man, because really, man, your focus is towards the things of the world. That's why they want to build churches and universities here, man. While we are seeing the signs of the world, man. Okay? While we are seeing the signs of the end, you're talking about IUIC University, man. So how long do you have to wait? That's another 10 years before you have a building you can call IUIC University. That's you wanted to triple your congregation, man, for you to gather that kind of money, man. Okay?
Luke 9 and 59, he said to another man, follow me. But he replied, Lord, first let me go and bury my father.
What does it say about that? Is that above?
It's Luke 9:59, and it says, and he said unto another, follow me, but he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Because if you look at all the other examples, all the other disciples, when the Lord said, follow me, they if they were fishermen, they threw down their nets and they followed the Lord, immediately they got up and followed, man. But this guy, he was obviously a believer, man. He was down with the program, so to speak. But when it was time to actually get up and be active about it and follow the Lord, he had an excuse that he had to go and bury his father, man. So that just proves that when you come into the truth, man, you gotta be ready to just up and go, man. And trust that the Lord will work stuff out for you, man. All right. And this is the next verse, and it says, Yahushua said unto him, let the dead bury their dead, but go down and preach the kingdom of God. So that basically means the stuff of the world, man, that will take care of itself, man. Alright, don't worry if you gotta get up and leave, man. Alright, that will take care of itself, and the Lord will take care of you. But you gotta have the faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that when you follow him, alright, he's gonna give you enough, man. That's why he said in Matthew 6, I'm gonna teach you how to pray. And he said, give us our daily bread, man. Alright, because right now we're not in a time of abundance, man. We're not in a time of the Lord overly, blessing us on overflow, man. Alright, right now we're in a time where the Lord is going to give us just enough of what we need, our daily bread, man. Okay? And that's faith in the Lord.
That's right.
Okay. There you go. That was Matthew what?
9:59. It's not, hold on. Luke 9:59.
Start from
Because if we had it all now, then we wouldn't really want to do the work, man. Like if you had a lot of money, alright, a big house, everything was nice and dandy with your woman, alright, you only worked like a 3-day week and then you're chilling the rest of the time, you wouldn't really want to come out and do this work, man. So really and truly, our poverty is an incentive, man, to keep going, man. The Lord made it that way, man. So that we continue to push the work, man. And also that we have a reward to look forward to, man. Once again, bringing out that scripture, so that where it says, "My kingdom is not of this world, man." It's about the mindset we have. We have the mindset of we do what we gotta do. Right? The scripture says money is a defense. So we go to work so that we can pay the bills, get by, come to camp, do what we gotta do, survive, man. Alright, but our actual kingdom, our actual time of living, alright, it's not now, man. Okay, we don't actually know what it means to live in the kingdom.
This is Luke 14 and 16. When he said unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many. Verse 17. And
The
said,
Great Supper is this, man. Okay? This is the Great Supper. And I believe it's Proverbs. Proverbs tells you about wisdom. Wisdom has killed her beasts and set up a table, so on and so forth. I believe this is the Great Supper. Okay, this truth, that's the Great Supper. Alright, go ahead. Also a wedding. Okay, go ahead.
and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready.
And who are the servants, the prophets, man. Okay, going out in the highways and the byways. Okay, calling people that are bidden, man. Right, go ahead, you know.
Verse 18. And they all with one consent began to make excuse.
And they all with one consent began to make excuse. That's your excuse, niggas. Okay? You're dilly-dallying because in your mind you always come up with some kind of excuse, man. Nah, my job, I gotta work Saturdays. I can't give up my job. You're gonna lose your job anyway, but you can't give up your job. Your job can lose you, but you can lose your job. I don't know if I even said that right. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's right. I heard it like that.
Yeah, you know, but you can lose your job, man. They can fire you and cast you up and replace you instantly. And then the way it is with jobs right now, man, as soon as they put up a job application form, the next day the manager can open up his email address and it's got 100 people applying for that job, 200 people to replace you, man. Okay, and that's how jobs are like these days, man. You are replaceable in any job, but they can find somebody to replace you, man. But you can't give up all those men for a job that you cannot lose your reward. You know, go ahead.
The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must go and see it. I pray thee, have me excused.
One excuse, man. All kinds of excuse, man. I bought a piece of land. Excuse. Go ahead.
Verse 19. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee, have me excused.
Go ahead.
And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come.
All kinds of excuses too, man. I've married a wife. No, my woman doesn't really believe, so I can't. Because one guy, man, IUIC, man, they always live as a couple. If the wife leaves, man, then he leaves as well. I don't like how you treated my wife. So you go back to being a Christian.
And so that some guys try to use that law because it's in the law that if you're a you should be a working man anyway, that's standard. But when you take a wife, according to the law, you can take a year out of work. So some guys try to say that, oh, I got a woman now, I ain't got to come to the camp, I ain't got to do nothing because it's me and my woman time.
This is not our kingdom, man. This, like the brother read earlier on, man, this is not our rest, man. Alright?
Good precept. This is Matthew 6 and 24. It says, no man can serve 2 masters, for he will either hate one and love the other, or else he will hold on to the one and despise the other.
Exactly, man. So pick one, man. Okay? Go back to being a Muslim or something. You know? Because you're always there, man. Yeah, I believe. You see guys every time, man. Yeah, man. They even say shalom, man. Some of them even not to say the name of the Lord, man. Okay, but you wanna ask the guy, man, where are you, man? Where have you been? Is today not Saturday? Okay, if you're walking around here, that means you're not working. So what going, man? You know? Where you are, man? I say a lot, you know, when certain things get cut off, man, if we are still here, we're gonna start receiving an audience, man. A massive YouTube gets cut down, man, we're gonna see oh yeah, me, I've been listening for 3 years. So nobody knows you. Alright? Yeah, you know, I sent thanks to the apostles. Yeah, but nobody knows you though. We don't know that.
That's them guys that say, Lord, man.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I've been watching you guys from YouTube, man. Alright. You know, have you been doing the work? Did you keep the last Passover? What's your beard? You know? So, you know, a lot of guys are not serious. You're these guys, man. The excuse niggas. Okay? My Lord, delay if he's coming, niggas. Alright? Is that all?
Verse 21. So that servant came and showed his lord all these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets.
The highways and the byways. This way it's supposed to be, man. Go ahead.
And the lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed, and the halt and the blind. Verse 22. And the servant said, Lord, it is done, as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. Verse 23, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
Exactly, man. The Lord is this right now when we're out here in the highways and the byways, we're compelling you to come in. We're calling you. Okay? That's what the word ecclesiastics mean. The calling out, man. The church, that's what it means to call out, man, in the highways and the byways. Somebody get Proverbs in this chapter since we're in that direction. I'll finish that later.
Verse 24, for I say unto you that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper.
None of you niggas, all of you that are watching, and then that's it, man. That's you. That's as far as you go, man. You're not gonna get salvation. Okay, you're not gonna come in last minute. The prophets are gonna be hidden from you, man, because you already know of their existence. You already know they're out there, but you're not gonna know it. That's why the brothers in Oxford Street have moved now. That's a big stumbling block to a lot of you, man, because a lot of you are not gonna know what to do. Okay, a lot of you are just gonna go back now to whatever the hell you're doing. Well, fuck them niggas anyway. Where they are now is too far from where I live. Okay. So now that's a stumbling block to a lot of you now, man. So a lot of you, that's a cutting, you know, that's it. The line has been drawn, you've been cast out now.
This is Matthew chapter 11 verse 17, and saying, we have piped unto you,
Oh yeah.
and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you,
Read
and
about
ye
it,
have
read
not
about it.
lamented. Let me get in the Bible. This is Matthew 11.
Read about that, so like-
This is not.
But this guy tell you, speaking about this generation here, man. There are women, they're fucking women dressed like that, man. That's the condition of our people today, man. Disrespectful. You know? Because in the ancient times, man, you know, anyway. Fuck them.
Right.
Right.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 11. Let me start from verse.
Proverbs 1.
I'm going to start from verse 11, and it says,
1.
verily I say unto you, among them, actually no, it's like them. Verse 16, but whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto the children sitting in the markets, and calling unto their fellows, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. For John. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 11 verse 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation?
And that's this generation is this generation now. You Israelites, man, because you Israelites now, the ones walking up and down the earth now, you're the generation of judgment, man. You're the generation that you're gonna see all these things of the scriptures get fulfilled.
That's right.
The coming of the Lord, the World War III. It's not gonna be your children's children, man. It's you. Okay, those of you that are watching these videos, you are that generation that are gonna see the chariots coming to the sky, man.
That's right.
Okay, it's this generation now. Go ahead.
And it says, it is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their
And
fellows.
what's the marketplace, man? We are the children in the markets, in the highways, in the byways, calling to our fellows, man. Okay, every week we're calling on to you, man, leading you to the marriage. Right.
This is Proverbs 8. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? Verse 2, she standeth in the top of the high places,
On top of the high places, go ahead.
but away in the places of the paths. Verse 3, she crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Verse 4, unto you, O men, I call.
Exactly. What's the entry of the gates where the busiest places in any city, man? Because people were bringing in their goods in and out. That's why the markets were, man, at the entrance of the temple and the entrance of the gate. And this is why they are the leaders of that city. That's where they'll set up camp, man. When somebody comes in, they'll analyze him. Who are you? It could be an enemy.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll analyze him, man. Who are you? What's your business here, man? What you have in carrying with the camels? The entrance of the gates of the prophets will be the kings and the priests, the kings, the priests, and the kings and the princes, the judges of the city. That's why the traffic was, man. The marketplace, people buying and selling. All right. Is that all?
And my voice is to the sons of men.
Okay. That's it.
I'm with
Let
this.
me finish this verse real quick, then
And
bring
it
yours.
says, and saying, we have piped unto you.
We are piped onto what's piping, man, to sing, man, to play a musical instrument to you. Okay? Go ahead.
And ye have not danced, ye have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. That's right?
Yeah, man, so we are mourning unto you, man, piping unto you, but you're not dancing, man. The only other time that you come out to us is when, for entertainment, man. I'll get that in Ezekiel, somebody can get it.
Let me just get this verse. It says, for John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say, he hath the devil.
Yeah, that's giving you examples of John, because Jack has to use excuses, man. The way, in the mannerism that John came to him, man, he was humble, yet he was lowly, he didn't really have anything. He would go into the wilderness, he would just come back, preach, and he would go again. That guy is going demon. Yeah, Hawashai came the complete opposite way, man. He came drinking and chilling with them. He was going to weddings. They call him a drunkard. So what else do you want, man? How do you want your prophets to come to you, man? You know? They want us to be like in the churches there, man. When somebody ties a rope around them and then we fly in the church and all that bullshit. Raise somebody from the dead.
Yeah.
You know?
John the Baptist, if you brought him into today, you would say he'd be like one of the vagabonds. You might think he was a tramp.
Yeah, man.
Because he was homeless.
Yeah, it was rough, man. You know? Is that your now? Get yours.
This is Revelation 14:1. It says, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, with him 144,000, having his father's names written in his foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven as of many waters, and the voice of a great thunder, and the voice of harpers with their harps. And they sung a new song, they sung as it were a new song before the throne, before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These are redeemable among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb.
Okay, the word virgins it's not talking about they didn't have sex, man. Okay, because brothers have children. How do you think they had those children, man? Our brothers have women. What do you think you do? What do you think we do with our women, man? You know? And it says that no man could learn other than 144,000. So a lot of guys, you're not gonna learn this song, man. Okay, we had the song of Moses in the ancient times. Now you got the new song now. It's scriptures, man. It's truth. All right, and only the elect are really gonna get it, man. They are the first fruits, and this is why when we come together, we are hoping we are among the first fruits. Okay, we are hoping we're among the elect, because when Yahushua comes back, when that's the ones he's gonna gather, man. All right, niggas in the like that woman came. Oh, what was she saying, man? That woman, the one who said rebuking, talking about what was she saying, man? That the Lord has something to her, man. Gave her the Holy Spirit. So these people in the Christian church, and then if she goes to a church and she speaks that way, they will all believe her, man. Yes, sister, yeah. You know, that's not the Lord, how the Lord deals, man. Proverbs 1:20, I believe.
Yeah. This is Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates.
You see that? The chief place of conquest. Okay, the business place, the openings of the gates, they were the chief places of conquest. They were the busiest place, people going in and out, man. People who go out the city and bring goods in. Okay? So that was the place to go and rebuke Jack, because that's why you found all kinds of people there, man. You find people that belong to that city, and people from other cities are coming to your city to trade, man. Go ahead, you know.
So it says, in the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Exactly. How long are you gonna hate knowledge, man? Okay? How long are you niggas gonna love niggas? Love being niggas, man. Okay? Because the Lord is telling you here, man, there's a kingdom prepared for you. It's coming, and you've seen all the signs that it's here, but still, man, you still wanna be simple, man. You still wanna play basketball, man, and make it as a rapper. Okay? You still wanna buy a Ferrari, because niggas will work hard for a fucking Ferrari, man. You don't buy a house yet or nothing, man, but they'll go and buy a Bentley, man. Let somebody, you don't wanna buy something that other men can see you with, man. And then you're living in somebody's basement. Alright? So how long, man? Because what the Lord said about Israel, man, that we shall be kings and priests, man. Okay, kingdom mentality we're supposed to have, man. Rulership mentality.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
I will make known my ways unto you, man. That means there's gonna be somebody out there to teach you the breakdown of the scriptures. Someone to explain to you what these things mean, man. Someone to explain to you that you are the Israelites, man. So the Lord is making his ways known to you, man. Alright? Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 24. Because I have called and ye have refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught. Okay, so verse 24. It's because I have called and ye have refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
And what's an example of the Lord stretching out his hand, man? Sending men out there every week. Not only that, but we record the damn thing, man. We put it on YouTube, man. We make it easy for everybody else. Okay? We came in through the YouTube, man. Okay, so the Lord has made this thing a lot easier to reach out on all the earth. Okay? It's a net, man. That's why the internet scripture, man, speaks about being a net. Or the parable that the Lord gave, man. He said the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net. When the man casts it in, it brings in the bad and the good. So basically, when you separate the good from the bad, man, the bad you cast them back in the sea, man. So we're gonna have niggers in this truth. Hopefully, man, we are part of the the chosen number. You know, it's our hope. You know, so the Lord has stretched out his hand and made his hand towards you and made it even easier for everybody else, man, for you to learn quickly, man. When you're on holiday, when you take 2 weeks off work, man, what are you doing, man? You know, are you going to spend somewhere on the beach, you know, with your boys, with the niggas? You know, the Lord has once you wake up to this truth, and then your friends have not woke up to this truth, that's separation, man. You know, that is separation. The Lord has taken you out. When I first started watching the YouTube videos, it used to be me, another friend of mine and his wife, man, and a couple other guys. We sit together there. We used to watch them in the YouTube videos. But what happened to them, man? They went back in the world. Some of the things that they are saying, they lost interest. You know? So that was separation already, man. You know, I held on to it, and now I'm here with these brothers, other brothers that are holding on to it. Salaki.
Because they weren't a part of the fold, man.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture says, my sheep hear my voice.
But for me, from the very first go, man, I said to myself, this is the truth, man. All right? I saw the apostles, man, and straight away, man, I'm like, that's the man. The way I said it in a way like I was looking for them, even though I was really not, but it's just in the spirit. You know, because you see them, and it's like you're looking for them. Oh, there they are. You're not really looking, but you're looking for them, man. That's why the scripture says, Romans 11:7, it says, Jacob have not obtained that which he looketh for. So Israel, in the spirit, you're looking for the truth. You're looking for the men that had the truth. Alright? But only the elect are gonna find them, man. They're gonna find the men and the truth that they are seeking for. Alright? Right.
So Hebrews 4:2. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it.
Exactly, man. So those other guys, man, this way did not profit them. Okay? It did not take hold of them the way it did me. Okay? And that's how brothers come in. And some brothers are coming with family members.